Hey folks, last night was the final 3 on Season 6 of The Voice with their final 3 performances before tonight's finale. They each sang one recycled song, a duet with their coach, and a new song. Actually, they were all old songs, but new to them, I guess. The songs were full length this week. I'm not sure how I feel about that because, on one hand, it's nice to hear the songs without having the life yanked out of them just for the sake of fitting them into 2 minutes, but at the same time, unless the performance is really, really good, 3.5 minutes can feel like an awful long time. Anyway, on to the contestants. First up is Christina Grimmie, who of course made it into the finale by getting the last Twitter save of the season. Her rehashed song, chosen by America, was Wrecking Ball, which was her audition song, of course, and I guess it was her best performance of the season the first time she did it. This time, though, not so much. I thought she kind of struggled with it this time around. First off, she started out on this elevated platform with a giant spider web behind her. What was that all about? Now, I don't like spiders, I don't like their webs, and I don't think it made much sense for this song, but that wasn't the biggest problem. The biggest problem was all the over-singing. I mean, this song is already big and loud. I just don't know if it benefits that much from additional over-the-topness. Her audition only had a couple of big spots, but since she was doing the whole song this time around, it was chock full of them. And with Christina, it's hit and miss whether she even sounds good. Sometimes she does, and then other times when she doubles over and goes to screaming, I'm like, honey, is you singing or is you having appendicitis? Because sometimes it's kind of hard to tell. So yeah, I thought it was a rough start for her this week. Shakira said that she has the highest register out of everyone left in the competition. Well, no shit, Sherlock, seeing how she's up against a couple of boys. Anyway, Christina's duet with Adam this week was somebody that I used to know. Adam didn't put a whole lot of imagination into that song choice, did he? No, when they were in the studio, Adam seemed to be spending more time cutting up than anything else. Maybe he should have used that time getting in some practice because when they hit the stage, he sounded a mess. I thought Christina sounded quite lovely, but Adam wouldn't shut up long enough for me to really enjoy it, so I think he kind of dragged her down a bit with this one. And Christina's new song this week was Can't Help Falling in Love with You. Wonder where she got the idea for that one. Well, Christina says that she's been wanting to do this song all season, but it was just done like 2 weeks ago on American Idol, and I find it pretty hard to believe that that's just a coincidence, but maybe it was. Anyways, during rehearsal, Christina said that the end of the song was going to be epic, and I was like, girl, no. If you gonna get down in the floor and start screeching, I just don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't know if my ears can handle it. Once she hit the stage, though, she started off a cappella, and it sounded just gorgeous. The second half, it was a little bit more show-offy than it needed to be, but she hit all the notes, so it didn't sound like a screech fest this time. I quite liked it. I thought it was the best performance of the night. Next up is Jake Worthington. If you had told me 6 weeks ago that Jake Worthington would be in the finale, I would have laughed in your face and called you a liar, but now, somehow, here we are. I don't get it, but anyways, Jake's rehashed song this week was his audition song, Don't Close Your Eyes, and ironically, he spent most of the performance with his eyes closed. Can't say I blame him though, really. I'd keep my eyes closed too if I was forced to sit down in that awful pit of swaying fools. Oh my god, when are these shows ever gonna get a clue and stop doing that? Did y'all notice that one awkward dude though that he seemed like bigger than all the other people, and he seemed completely out of place? I thought that was hilarious. This was an okay performance, not any better or worse than Jake's audition really, but it was fine by Jake Worthington standards. Of course we all know that the standards are lower for him since he has squishy cheeks and seems to be a nice guy. Jake's duet with Blake this week was A Country Boy Can Survive. Country Boy probably won't survive, hopefully, but no, it was just one of those good old boy songs that I can't stand, so I didn't really pay much attention to it. Jake's new song this week was Right Here Waiting by Richard Marx. Oh, well, I guess since he made it into the finale after singing a corny 80s love song, Blake decided to have him do the same exact thing this week, because this song really is pretty much like Heaven Jr., isn't it? No, I didn't like it at all. I thought he sounded a mess, but just like last week, Jake is doing really well on iTunes, so I guess that means that the country folks are enjoying it, so as much as I want to say that Jake is a non-factor in this finale, I thought he'd be a non-factor in the battle round, so maybe he'll win. And last up, of course, is Josh Kaufman. Josh's rehashed song this week was Signed, Sealed, Delivered. It's the song that he first sang way back when he was on Adam's team and lost his battle with Delvin Choice. Let me just say, screw you, America. Out of all of the songs you could have given this young man to sing, you had to pick this one? I need to get y'all some Q-tips or something. I got sick and tired of Stevie Wonder songs on these shows years ago, so it was impossible for me to get excited about this one. Oh, he did a great job with it, except for a couple of strange little squeals, and everywhere I look, people seem to love it, but for me, I have heard this song more times than I care to remember, so I was just bored with it. The coaches loved it, though. Josh's duet with Usher this week was Every Breath You Take, and Usher said that even after the show, he's going to be watching Josh. Usher, that's a little bit creepy. Just a little bit. I don't think he even realized that this song is a stalker's anthem, but whatever. I think he thought it was like a romantic little song. A lot of people seem to think that, but I thought it started out just karaoke fine. The last half was actually quite good, though. I thought they looked terribly mismatched. I mean, well, because Usher was dressed so casual and Josh was, well, not. What with that awful shirt that he was wearing? I mean, I didn't expect him to come out there looking like husband and wife, but come on. Anyway, Josh's new song this week was Set Fire to the Rain. They would have to close out this season with a damn Adele song, wouldn't they? I don't know if Josh picked this song or if Usher picked it, but whoever's decision it was the wrong one. During rehearsal, Usher basically told Josh to focus more on the emotion than on the singing, and clearly that's what he did because he looked like he was in pain, but unfortunately he sounded like it too. I mean, he's singing Set Fire to the Rain, and it sounded like somebody set fire to his backside. So I thought it was terrible. All the flames and stuff were pretty cool, but it was Josh's worst performance of the season. Not a very good way to end things. So that's it for the season. I said weeks ago that I thought it would come down between Josh and Christina, and I still believe that, sort of. And I would be fine with either one of them. I think I would be more likely to enjoy Christina's music after the show, but I think Josh has been more consistent on the show, so either one is fine by me. Now, it should be against the law to even think about the possibility of Jake Worthington coming in anything but third place, but after looking at the iTunes rankings this week, it's looking like a possibility that he could win. Both of his songs are higher than both of Josh's songs, and Christina only has one song above Jake, and the other one is like down at the bottom. Wrecking Ball is down at the bottom of the charts. And now we know that the country folks are already willing to pick up the phone and vote. They usually aren't as likely, though, to plunk down $1.29 for a song. So the fact that they're doing that now, it scares me a little bit because no way should Jake be anything other than third place, but I guess we'll find out tonight. I'll be back here sometime later this week to talk about the finale, so leave me a comment and let me know who you think's going to win, and I'll see y'all then.